After the failure of their collaboration with Spotify, the scandalous news came out that Meghan Markle had not personally conducted the interviews for her podcast Archetypes. Her voice was inserted, according to the news site Pod News. She reportedly added her questions to the episodes afterwards. She did not sit down with the guests, the site claims. Only one series, several seasons had been planned for the podcast, but according to several media, only one season with 12 episodes has ultimately been recorded. Flashback, Megxit, in 2021, British Prince Harry and Meghan Markle distanced themselves from the British royal family after a high-profile interview with talk show Queen Oprah Winfrey. Moving abroad, the combination of intense media attention and the oppressive atmosphere within the royal family were factors that caused the couple to decide to move abroad. Media in their own hands, after leaving behind their obligations as royals, they surprised many by choosing a career in media production. Netflix deal. They signed a lucrative deal with Netflix, agreeing to produce documentaries, films, drama series, and children's programs. Spotify and Archetypes. In addition, they struck an exclusive deal with Spotify. About a year later, they launched their production company Archewell with their first major achievement, Meghan's 10-part podcast Archetypes. Stereotypes and discrimination. In this podcast, the Duchess of Sussex talked to famous women about the stereotypes and discrimination they face on a daily basis. Famous guests such as Mariah Carey, tennis star Serena Williams and television producer Mindy Kaling appeared before the podcast was temporarily suspended due to Queen Elizabeth's passing. Not everyone liked it. Although the podcast shot straight to the top of the Spotify chart, it didn't receive a universally positive response. Self-involved yoga instructor. Critical reviews appeared in the UK, with reviewer James Marriott in The Times describing the podcast as a tastefully soundtracked parade of banalities, absurdities, and self-aggrandizing Californian platitudes. The effect of all the tinkly music and vapid conversation is to make you feel you've been locked in the relaxation room of a wellness spa with an unusually self-involved yoga instructor. Bye-bye Spotify. News of the failing partnership with Spotify came through a press release, stating that Spotify and Archewell Audio jointly decided to part ways and were proud of the content they had created together. $20 to $25 million. The contract between Spotify and the Sussex couple had a total value of about $20 to $25 million. The streaming service paid $18 million for the podcast Archetypes alone. A lucrative deal, according to media outlet NOS. It was one of the most lucrative deals the couple closed after they left the British royal family in 2020. Restructuring of the podcast business. In early June 2023, Spotify announced a restructuring of its podcast business, cutting as many as 200 jobs. Not enough money made. According to RTL News, Spotify's deal with Harry and Meghan had not yielded the expected profits. A way to get out of their exclusivity contract. In addition, Harry and Meghan would no longer want to offer the podcast Archetypes exclusively on Spotify. Therefore, they looked for a way to get out of their exclusivity contract. Netflix is not happy either. Also, the collaboration with Netflix does not seem to be going according to plan for Harry and Meghan. So far, they have only completed 2 series, which reportedly leaves the streaming service disappointed with the couple's progress. The couple's own explanation. According to a source close to the couple, Harry and Meghan believe they have faced a setback. COVID and the Queen's death. They point to factors such as the coronavirus and the deaths of both Queen Elizabeth and Prince Philip as possible causes of the challenges they experience in their projects.